In front of a row of U.S. and North Korean flags, a previously unthinkable sight. The two countries' leaders shook hands in a historic Tuesday summit in Singapore. Decades-long hostilities could not definitely come to an end in a one-day meeting. But both U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un sounded optimistic about the possibility of sorting out key differences. At the end of the summit, Trump and Kim issued a joint statement which includes security guarantees from the U.S. in return for the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. While no specific timeline was given for the denuclearization process, Trump, in his first tweet after the summit, assured Americans that North Korea no longer posed a nuclear threat. But an opinion poll showed only a quarter of Americans think that the summit will lead to the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. In his first interview after wrapping up the Singapore summit, U.S. President Donald Trump defended his decision to stop war games on North Korea's doorstep.
One of the things that I'm very happy about, we're not going to play the war games anymore, which you know how expensive that is? We're flying these massive bombers in for practice from Guam. I said, how far is Guam? 6.5 hours, sir. I said, that's a long way.
However, Trump's summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and their joint statement sparked mixed reactions in the U.S.
The status quo was not working with North Korea. What was the status quo with North Korea? They were racing toward a nuclear weapon. They were racing toward having multiple independent ICBMs with nuclear-tipped warheads on top of them. The president needed to disrupt the status quo, and the president has disrupted the status quo. He should be applauded for doing that.
After all the pomp and circumstance have faded, it seems clear that Chairman Kim walked away the victor, unfortunately. What President Trump achieved on behalf of the United States is unclear and difficult to certify. What Chairman Kim achieved for North Korea is tangible and lasting.
Schumer also sharply criticized Trump's decision to end the military drills, saying the president had made too many concessions to Kim. Even Trump's fellow Republicans were divided over the outcome of his meeting with Kim. While Democrats and some Republicans were scratching their heads, wondering if the U.S. president gave away too much in Singapore, Donald Trump held an optimistic take on Kim Jong-un's intentions.
But they have to get
Prime
rid of,
Minister Abiy has been
they have to get rid of all their nuclear weapons,
They've got to get rid of, yeah, they
fuel.
will. I think they will. I really believe that he will. I've gotten to know him well in a short period of time. Yeah, sure. It's denuking. I mean, he's denuking the whole place, and he's going to start very quickly. I think he's going to start now.
Trump has repeatedly been boasting of North Korea's conciliatory language, linking it to his administration's policy of applying maximum pressure. But Trump knows better than anyone that piling up the pressure on North Korea requires getting China, the North's sole regional ally, on board.
China does not want a nuclear peninsula. And at the same time, it does not want Kim Jong-un being unstable and making these threats, which could definitely upset the world order, if you will. China needs North Korea as a buffer. It doesn't need a nuclear North Korea, but it needs a North Korea, a thriving North Korea economically, but also an existing North Korea to serve as a buffer against the West.
And in the case of a possible rapprochement, Beijing will want to see the withdrawal of U.S. troops from the Korean Peninsula and the dissolution of the U.S.-South Korea military alliance.